In this bulletin, Fiji likely to achieve vaccination target. Increased economic activity depends on vaccination rate. And more online complaints against traders. Fiji is expected to reach its 80% full vaccination target before the 1st of November. This was highlighted by Prime Minister Vorengen Bainimarama while speaking during the Nondai Lalakai program on Radio Fiji 1. Bainimarama says having witnessed an influx of eligible Fijians flocking to vaccination centers in recent days is commendable and shows the level of support towards the COVID-19 mitigation strategies. Chosaina Nunga reports.
We are almost there. Borders reopening, more businesses to fully operate, among others, is what Fijians can expect very soon. This as Fiji have exceeded the 50% fully vaccination rate, and Bainimarama is optimistic that the target will be achieved in the next few weeks.
As we anticipate the reopening of borders, we must seriously consider the need to be fully committed and adhere to measures that can halt the spread of the virus. It is important for people to leave their differences aside and work together for the common good. This is an opportune time as well for people to show the government that they are serious about the need to reopening the containment borders.
The Prime Minister has also confirmed that funeral gathering restrictions have increased to 20 persons.
This is made possible as Fiji has achieved a little over 50% of full vaccination. While the increasing vaccination rate is a good sign, the COVID-19 measures in place must still be followed. I'm urging all eligible Fijians who are yet to be fully vaccinated to visit their nearest vaccination center when they are due for their second jab.
As of the 4th of this month, Fiji has achieved at least 96.5% of the target population to have received at least one dose, and 51.1% are now fully vaccinated nationwide. Chosayana Nunga, FBC News.
The private sector is confident that Fiji's domestic economy will be returning to a form of normalcy as full vaccination rate continues to increase. Minister for Economy Ayased Kayum says businesses and various organizations are supporting the government's vaccination effort as Fiji strive towards opening of international borders later this year. Koritandulala reports.
The Minister for Economy says it is important for stakeholders to work together during these tough times to get the economy back on track.
They're simply waiting for the full economy to open up. And then of course things like freight become a lot more frequent. We can then allow tourists to come to Fiji and they will feel confident to come to Fiji, so economic activity then really kicks in.
The Fiji Commerce and Employers Federation says for now their focus is on helping those businesses that are struggling to remain operational.
We need now the international economy to also come into our economy now to just help us, to support us in this journey.
Just the small and micro are struggling. We've been trying to help them through FCEF or through BLP.
The government is encouraging eligible Fijians to get vaccinated so they can ease certain restrictions around the country. Koritandulala, FBC News.
During this unprecedented time when many are trying to save whatever they have, a family in Tirara subdivision in Sinu took the risk and invested all their saving in a hydroponic farm. Madhu Karan used to run an events and video production business which came to a standstill when the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions came into place. Like many other businesses, Madhu Karan was forced to close his business.
For a source of income, or else we would have settled idle at home. So we thought of setting up hydroponics because we knew that there were scarcity in the food supply, and we know that people will have to eat, so that's a viable business.
While the COVID-19 pandemic has led to a surge in e-commerce, it has also increased fraudulent online transaction. The Consumer Council has received 150 complaints against online traders in a year, with the monetary value standing at around $25,000. Chief Executive Sima Shandil says they are working closely with the Criminal Investigation Department to investigate complaints about fraudulent online transaction. She adds they are concerned that some online traders are trying to swindle consumers from this shift to online trading.
For issues such as extensive delay in delivery of items, receiving payments for items which is out of stock, non-disclosure of charges, delivery of wrong items. And there have been instances where they were forced to take substitute or alternative products for what they have ordered, and then there were no timely redress provided to consumers.
None of the state homes residents infected with COVID-19 during the second wave died. A proud Minister for Social Welfare Policy, Rosie Akbar, stated this at the Samambula Old Age Home in Suva over the weekend. Although these high-risk residents were exposed to the virus, carers made sure they were well looked after. Akbar says the achievement was worthy of recognition and it speaks volume of the quality and safety standards maintained in these facilities.
All our residents are fully recovered. It's a milestone achievement. If you look at overseas countries and look at the plight of residents, what COVID has done to residential homes, they have lost people. We did not lose any.
And to our latest COVID-19 update for today, Fiji recorded 156 new COVID-19 infections for the period ending at 8 a.m. yesterday. 79 cases are from the West, 73 from the Central Division and 4 from Kandavu. There are no new COVID-19 deaths to report in the last 24-hour period. Fiji has recorded 47,795 cases since April this year. There are now 15,997 active cases with 31,041 recoveries in total. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 508. The vaccination campaign also continues around the country. The vaccination rate continues on an upward trend as 96.5% of adults have received their first dose, with 51.1% fully vaccinated. Up ahead, Taichi Vakasama shares Olympics journey and Fiji football outlines protocols. Stay with us. It was not an easy road for Olympian and swimmer Taichi Vakasama as he shares how he dropped out of swimming at the early age of 11 to focus on other things. Speaking exclusively to FBC Sports, Vakasama says he knew he was destined for something great, not knowing he would one day end up at the Olympic stage. Vakasama was one of the youngest athletes in the Team Fiji contingent to the Tokyo Olympic Games. Giving it another shot in 2012, the 21-year-old says he did not look back.
Yes, but I quit swimming once in class 6 because I didn't improve much. But then decided to come back in 2012 because I feel like I was missing something, because even if I stopped swimming, I didn't study.
Team Fiji Paralympian Yosefo Rakiase's dream of earning a medal at the Tokyo Paralympic Games has been shattered. Rakiasa was denied a second-time participation at the Tokyo Paralympics. This is due to the technical timeout in his previous event earlier in the week, which had affected his second event. Rakiasa was disqualified in the shot put F41 final at the Tokyo Games last Monday. The Fiji Paralympic Committee appealed the decision twice, but was unsuccessful on both occasions. As part of its return to play protocol, the Fiji Football Association has put together a medical team to help with the facilitating measures when its tournaments resume. Fiji FA competitions manager Amitesh Pal says they want to implement more protocols within each tournament to ensure the safe delivery of the games. Pal says match day guidelines like playing behind closed doors is an example of what they have mapped out.
Yes, we had 2 meetings, a lot of ideas were thrown. We had representations from all the departments, all the HODs, ranging from technical, national team, media, marketing, whatever, all the stakeholders. And yes, we have worked out a lot of ideas and points.
Some showers and few thunderstorms, moderate east to northeast winds, a trough of low pressure with associated cloud and rain is expected to continue affecting the group until tomorrow. That's FBC Morning News. Join us at 7 p.m. for a major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good morning.